I did some reviewing a while ago and noticed that this hand ends up here and this one's way up here. I don't know if you can see the difference. It's a big difference though. So I'm going to cut this back down, and it just doesn't, it's not that long. Might be a little longer due to the angle of the way he's holding his hand, but it's not that much of a difference. So I'm going to have to correct that. And that's going to make that shorter too. I think really I just need to say that I had the whole thing out of whack there. What I did there is just round his big old belly off a little bit. I'm going to try to cut through on these sides. And I've still got quite a bit to take off the back, I can tell. There's the first knuckles. There's the sleeve, the end of the sleeve. There's the cuff, or may even go up a little higher for the cuff. All that needs to be cut down, so I'll get on that. We'll make a mark where this should come through with a and I'll just work down to that, cutting this off. Again, I like for those cowboys to be kind of sway back. And I guess really even realistic carvings kind of sway back. But it certainly doesn't hurt to exaggerate on these caricatures. Keep working it down a little bit. Again, just trying not to take off any too much at any one point. Take off too much at any one point. And this particular tool is just the curve that I want. And I want this pretty abrupt, like I want to kind of 90-degree angles, even though in the end, the body, the torso is going to be rounded and it's going to curve around there. I need to have a little bit of extra play where get it to kind of match up. Man, that ought to be through right there, but it's not, but it's close. It's for a long knife like this come in handy. Okay, there it is. Now I've got a little point that I can see daylight through right there. Over here. See it right there. Now I need to get one over here on this side. And you really have to watch doing that and putting your finger back there, because you will cut through it. The carving and your finger. And again, with that knife blade, I can wiggle that around and alright, there it is. So believe it or not, that helps me a ton, just knowing where that is. It's like an accomplishment too. It's like, yeah, I finally got through. That's about the center of the bellies. I mean the belt. Like the belt's that far, so like that far there and there. It's gonna be like over here. That's the way that ought to look, I think. I'll just cut that. Yeah, now what I'll do is make just several cuts. And I'll go in there and just get them out. And again, I like the round gouges. You're not going to get in as much trouble doing that as you would with the V tool. Okay, got a lot of this leg needs to come off. I mean, not the whole leg, but a lot of that's going to be a lot skinnier than that. This one will be a lot skinnier also. That's about where I want the knee, so that's going to be cut pretty much straight across. I'm going to go ahead and mark this with a pencil where that starts coming across. I don't know if it's Really picks up the line there on the leg. I put it in pencil, but this is basically where the leg goes. That's the knee. Then I'm going to have it curving back. This would go down something to that effect, but be more about like that. And that's what I'm going to cut off now. And this old Cowboy is not physically fit, so he's not going to be all chiseled up, but I don't want him to have too much of a saggy bottom either, so. I'm just going to put a line there with the chisel, about where that's going to be in a line with this gouge. Should have said gouge a while ago, about where the belt's going to be. Be up just a little higher, but I'll just leave that about there. So I've got this thickness here. Of course you can't see it across this arm, but I will eventually, you will be able to see it. Maybe not that arm, but you will this arm. Let me see if I can get that cut. You can. I saw a deal on Facebook about first Canton trade days, first Monday trade days in Canton. They're having a big feud up there, and I've never sit up there. I was always thinking about doing it, but it seems like now they're arguing over a bunch of stuff, and the city, I didn't know this, but a family owns half of it and the city owns the other half, and it's Canton, Texas. Kind of interesting. People just cannot get along, I guess. Years ago, I did a Heritage Festival show at Six Flags, and a lot of the people there set up at Canton. But it seems like things have changed. Everything, not everything, a lot of stuff up there used to be handmade, and they've gotten away from that now, evidently. A lot of this leg over here needs to come off. You can see where it goes up to there, so. At least that much. Pretty good looking profile for a skinny cowboy right there on that leg. And on this leg, I'm going to knock off, I like for those, again, a character, I like for the bottom part of the leg to go back.